Yo, what's up? Give me a hand. Let's go. Welcome to Learning by Ear Masterclass. You feel me? I'm so happy that you're here. It's a blessing for you to be here. It's a blessing for, us to be here with you. Feels good, We pray. I listen to it. I feel like this song gets better and better at, like, late in the song. It has that thing where it's like, it just keeps coming together, Like, I love the reprise in. You'll see what I'm saying. Well, if you already know the song, you already know what I'm talking about. By the end, I was like, oh, okay. All right. But we're gonna learn it. Check this out. This is Learning by Ear Masterclass. All right, man, I don't know how many times I gotta tell you. You feel me? This ain't like my other series where I just learn the song, I learn it, give you the chords, I bounce. I have fun though. You feel me? We just rock out. Here, I'm yapping. I'm telling you things. I'm giving you tips. I'm spilling the beans on how I learn by ear and how I play the way I play. I play very fluid. So, what we doing? I can learn the song without any of this information, but I'm gonna cheat. I pulled up songbpm.com. We looking up the key. F. We pray. F. It's in the key of F. This should be pretty easy. This is a good example of a key that we can work with. I'm gonna assume this is F major. Hopefully this is F major. If we know F major, this is the scale, right? Gonna show you in reverse of this is my mental, right? I don't pull out scales and look at them. I have it all memorized, way too many. I just know the patterns of how they go. So F, I know for a fact. So all of these notes here, all these notes is what we will be using if this is F major. This is my mental about like manipulating all the notes that you have at your disposal. Let's just show. Let's look. Turn it up so I can hear it. Doom, boom, 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 boom. Okay. Maybe F minor. I think we was right. So here's the thing about F minor, right? Real quick. So F minor. So we're gonna be using these chords, these notes. Instead of these, that's F major, we're using F minor, and it's these right here. That's the scale, okay? Well, these are the notes we're gonna be using. How did I know? Well, because I was hitting the F and I was like, okay, there we are. But then it was like hitting other notes and I was like, well, wait a minute. I was like, well, that's not, because if it was F major, it'd be going to the E, but it went here. So, but I can already guess where it's going. Let's predict, right? And so we pray, and so we pray, I bet it's just going down. If it's not going down, it's close. F, D flat, E flat. It's going like boom, 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 boom. Okay, yeah, we got it. Okay, and so we and so we and so we pray and so we and so we I know you're wondering, Reggie, how'd you just automatically just find a melody as well? How'd you do it? I could probably just tell you, man. I mean, the scale is what it is, right? I'm not thinking about the scale though. Just, so people ain't thinking I'm just sitting here picturing it like that. But it's kind of what's happening underneath is that you're associating stuff. So I'm listening. The ear is the most necessary thing here. I ain't gonna lie. None of this really matters learning it by ear if you aren't listening by ear. Okay, other than that, you can just go strictly by what we're doing. But I listened, I found the bass, and it was like, and I remember I thought it was going like this, going straight down, which it is, but it's doing like a pattern. So it's F, D flat, then it goes back up, E flat, C, back up, D flat, B flat, right? Back to C. And all of these notes that we just pressed are in this scale. We pressed F, E flat, D flat, C, and B flat, right? And yeah, all of these, it checks out. All of these are in the scale. So it checks out that the whole bass has notes within that scale, because that's what's happening here, right? So that's already a cheat code for the bass, right? Well, that lets you know where we're at. So because if I already know that, and it sounds right, because that's all that matters to me, now it's time to prepare chords. Now, what we've been talking about a lot of it in this series is matching chords. Why do you need more chords? Okay, so because if you would know this, you would know that if you had abundance of chords, now you can start pairing. Now, if you know about major and minor, you would know that an F major would be this. We already got that out the way. It is not major, and I am upset about it. But it's minor. So what are we going to do? F, A flat, C. That's a minor. F minor. F major is F, A, C. Okay? Now, here's the thing. If I already got an F, if I know all these different chords, forget the logistics of it. I'm gonna be like, all right, let me see what I can pair here. Usually this makes sense. Usually adding a F chord makes sense if we're on an F, okay? Well, that ain't working well with this song. It don't sound right to my ear. To my ear, it ain't sounding right. Now, what does sound right? This is the closest thing to sound right. Even if you can't get the chord to sound right, guess what? You know that some of these notes sound right when you're just playing around the song. So just play around, right? Tell me, does it sound right? If that sounds right to you, we have to have a conversation. What's happening here? Because that's not right. I hate to break it to you. That is not right. Killing me to keep doing that while hearing this song. It ain't gonna match. It has to match. It has to make sense. Just playing around these notes. Oh, I wonder why these notes specifically sound right, because they're in the scale. F. You see how this is coming full circle? Like how there's a system and it just all falls in. So look, let me just give you the chords to this song real quick. Okay. Okay. So F in your bass. Okay. F, A flat, C. Feel me? That's the first chord. The next chord is going to be, I'm gonna give you a trick here, because the next chord is a D flat major chord, right? D flat. You're gonna have a D flat, F, A flat. Okay? So next one's E flat. E flat, G, B flat in your right, E flat in your left. Then you gonna go down to a C. My bad. Right. You're gonna after the E flat, you're gonna go back to the D flat. So that's your first chord. Then that's your second chord. Okay. Then your next chord is E flat, right? My bad. And then you're gonna go to the C minor. So C, E flat, G, and a C in your bass. Then you're gonna go back up to the D flat. Okay? D flat, F, A flat, D flat in your left. And then you're gonna go to the B flat. The B flat. Let's see what chord, what we gonna do with this? I'm actually gonna put a B flat here, and you're gonna keep this chord. Okay? You're just gonna go to the B flat, and then you're gonna go to the C chord again. So this is your chord. So this is your thing. And so we pray. And so we pray. And so we pray. Da 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 da. And that was your chords. Okay, so the F and the bass, F, A flat, C, boom, to the D flat in your left, D flat, F, A flat, you're right, to the E flat with a E flat, G, B flat in your right, to a C in your left, to a C, E flat, G, right? Back up to a D flat, D flat, F, A flat, okay? Then just go to the B flat in your left, keep your right hand the same, boom, then and then end on the C with a C, E flat, G. Cool thing about this is that like it repeats some of the chords. So like, see, it goes back to this D flat and then it's gonna go here and then it ends on the C. So the two chords that you're gonna repeat in this pattern is D flat and the C. So it seems confusing, but it's not. Watch that back. It's not as confusing. Those are the chords. Now again, you know, switching it up, how I would play it, obviously, again, you can play it like that. And so we pray, and so we pray. So we pray. Beginning things, like I always say, you know, approach it mentally in a different manner. You feel me? You already learned it by ear, right? You fiddled with it, you got it, right? Now, this is how you expand on it, because it's not just playing by ear. A lot of people, you know, they play by ear, but then a lot of people, they think that I play classically trained. They can't, sometimes a lot of people can't tell that I play by ear. The only reason they assume that I play by ear is because they don't see any music in front of me. They're like, well, he's clearly got, you feel me? They're like, you play by ear, don't you? What gave it away? The fact that I have no sheet music and I've been playing for like 3 hours, like they kind of pick that up, right? Now, here's the other thing. And they hear a lot of improv. They're like, what the freak's going on? Sometimes they can't even pick up. But that's the stuff that makes the music so telling. And it's the touch. A lot of people think you're classically trained. Why? I studied a lot of classical pianists. So here's the truth. It's about how you hit the keys. Sometimes it ain't the keys that you hit. It's about how you hit them. So you can play this. You feel me? And yes, you want to play slowly so you get comfortable with like getting the notes up under your hands. And so you can get comfortable with like hitting the chords right without like messing up and hitting anything wrong. If you hit anything wrong, you want to be in a space where you're hitting it wrong on purpose so you can add like some licks. Like you feel me? Because that's all licks are, is hitting the wrong notes, but on purpose. But you want to be able to hit these notes clean. But here's where it gets into the thing. It's about how you touch it. So instead of just pressing them all at one point, at one time, you want to get used to rolling into the chord, I call it. So roll in with the sustain pedal. If you don't have a sustain pedal, I recommend you get one, because it's called the expression pedal for a reason. And I'm a very expressive person, so. And then take your time. Like, and then speed it up sometime. And then the other thing we've been talking about is adding notes to these regular chords, right? So these are regular chords. Add sevenths. What's a seventh? All right, let's do it. It's more scale talk right here though. From this key, from this note, from this chord right here, the first note is an F, right? We're gonna count it up, right? Now here's what we're not gonna do. We're gonna operate within this chord, right? And this chord is in what? F minor. So we're not going to count a F major scale. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna say, well, what's the seventh note in this scale in this chord? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. That's what you're gonna have. That's not right. Try that for another song or another situation. You need to be doing the F minor. And I just showed you what that scale was. So you follow that and count up to 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And 7, that's your 7th chord right here. That's the 7th chord. Minor 7. F major 7 is this. which is a really dope chord I love a lot. But we're not here for that chord. We're here for the F minor 7. And what I love to do, and this is a classic thing most people do, you know, you take an F and then you play the 5th. How's at the 5th? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Using the minor F scale, because that's the system that we're in right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so play the 5th note. And then you just do the riff. You just do the other octave of the F. So this is the octave F, F. Cool, you can do that. But if you drop that 5th, now you're working with something cool. Not just because you can press it like that and it sounds full, because you can roll it. Rolling it is the best thing you can do. Get very good at rolling it. It helps a whole lot to get a flow when you're trying to do different things or whatever. I like to finesse my rolls very delicately. A lot of people like to roll it hard, you know. I don't like doing it. I like to flow it as if I have strings supporting me, so. And if you get good enough, you can just practice, which I will show you in another video. That's how I started learning my runs, actually. Getting better at just practicing, trying to play all these notes up the piano. And there's a certain method that you have to use when you are doing your scales. Once you get to your middle finger, like you press a note, once you get to your middle finger, you're supposed to cross the thumb under and play and start back over and finish it out with all your hands. So you start 1, 2, 3, cross 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like that's how you're supposed to cross. When you get that method down, because that's the technical method of how you play your scales, that method, it transfers over to other motions when you're playing. So that's how I do a lot of my runs. I hit and I cross over. Work on doing that. Work on practicing that your thumb, point finger, middle finger, crossing over my thumb under. And then when you come back down with your pinky, you hit the thumb and you go, when you coming down, you actually use all the fingers, but when you get to your thumb, you cross over. You cross over and use your middle finger, point, and thumb. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. Use your whole hand, cross the middle finger over, and finish with these 3. When you're starting off, you use these 3. 1, 2, 3, and cross your thumb over and finish out. It's very weird. I will make another video, probably in season 2, where I'm showing you that, because that method is a big. You work on that, it's actually a game changer. So here's what we doing. You play that, and then play your, and this is what you got in your left hand, and in your right, you should play an A flat, C, E flat. Just an A flat chord with this. This is now an F minor 7. This is that chord, except look how expanded it is versus this. This works with every chord, bro. This is how I expand my chords, bro. Just extend it like that. You're playing the same notes, you just extending it because you're playing different parts of it in different hands instead of just playing all this here, and you can cross that over right there and do it still in one hand. Play 4 notes in one hand and play 1, or you can just add it all 3 in your left hand and still do this. That's cool, but sometimes it just feels better when you do this. And yeah, and then you can even drop that F down and make it full. It's all about extending. I hope that makes sense. Like, you can always extend if you learn what your 7s are. Now voicing becomes a lot more cooler because you know what you can do. It's cooler. I'm trying to tell you, bro. Dear. It's cooler if you extend your chords out. I think voicing has been like the funnest thing for me to learn, because you just practice playing stuff in different ways and across the piano. So it's just like, try just making this chord up. You know what's in the notes. I know there's an F and a C in it, and I know if it's the 7th, I can play the E flat, and I know I can play the F, and I know I can play that. Okay. This in itself is an extension, and all I did was just pick out notes that were already in the chord and just play them. All this is in my right hand, and this is in my left. That's all I did. Then you figure out that you can, okay, well, if that's the case, we know a C is in it, we know an E flat's in the 7th, we know that we got an F, A flat. Ooh, what's that chord right there? Now what you gonna play in your left? If you got this in your right, you can just stick to the root. And then if you want to, you can add that A flat, because you know that's part of the scale, but it's also, most importantly, a part of the chord. Just add it. Now you got this. And we're playing the same this. And essentially, we're playing the same this. And all of that just came from you just taking the notes that you see and just spreading it out. And that's how you get these fuller chords. So this, for the people who have always talked, that ask me about like the smooth, jazzy, R&B type of smooth, type of feeling chords, you know, the vibey chords. That's where it comes from, 7th chords. You feel me? And then mixing, matching them. This is a 9th. How do you know that that's a 9th, Reggie? Well, because 9 times out of 10, this is gonna be the 9th chord that we count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Never fails. So now you got a 9th within this scale, and this chord is in this scale. So now what we gonna do? We can play around with this. We know that this is the chord. We know this is the 7th, and this is the chord. We know this is the 7th. We know this is the 9th. So where can we place all this? You can, let's just in my left hand, right, and in my right hand, right. It's funny because this is a chord that we are going to play in this chord progression. Ain't that funny? It all works out. Again, you see the system? It all comes full circle. And then you got the B flat, because that's in the scale. So what happens if we press that? I don't know. It should work a little something, right? Because it's in the scale. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? You build upon chords and then you mash it together and then you spread it out. It's what you got. So let's see what it sounds like on the thing. Because this works with every chord. I'm not even pressing nothing but the same thing. You see what I'm saying? So everything that I did on every chord is the same thing I did here. So when you get to the D flat, this is that. So what's the 7th of the D flat? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The 7 is here. So what do you have for a D flat 7? It's a C. So this is where we're at. And we know this is the 7th. Look at what this chord looks like if you connect the 7th. What do you notice about this? Tell me what you notice about this. I'm gonna take the D flat off and you tell me what you notice. You'll notice that literally this is the 1st chord, which is why if we're playing this song, we ain't gotta go that far. You can just add the D flat. Even that's a cheat code. Like, what does that tell you? So now, if you know, and this is a cool part, bro, and then I'm gonna wrap this up because I think I gave y'all enough gems today. If you, bro, think about what we just did with this chord. You can still do it now. Why? Because we here. That's the chord. We still in the minor. We still in the same song. All those rules still apply. We still in the same house. So what we did with that, add this chord 7. When you added this D flat 7th, you also created a chord that has a 7th. Every chord has something, so you just keep building onto it. That's why you can have all this extension, these crazy long chords and stuff and all this. And this ain't nothing, again, but the 5th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 7, that's 7th. What's the 5th? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A flat. You got that? What was the 7th? That. What's the rest of the chord for this? F, A flat. Drop the C. Ooh, I know this chord. What can we do with that? Added 7. Boom. What we got? Boom. Cool. Now, if you really want to get freaky with it, now let's just play the whole chord in our left hand. Right? Cool. Now what we got? Now we can. You see what I'm saying? Bro, you seeing how like, okay, now I see how he may have like expanded on all of that. That's crazy. Just in 2 parts. And so we pray, and so we pray, and so we pray. Or even this one. And so we pray, and so we pray. Yeah, man. It's. I'm trying to tell you. We getting too deep now. Hold on. And so we pray. And so we pray. Funny part about this, when you get to this is actually a part of the C minor. Same relationship. So when you get here, remember what you can do with this. Because when you hit this, you're gonna hit this chord again. So whatever you mess with this, remember you can do the same thing there. So I want you to practice expanding on your chords, bro. Find your 7th, whatever the 7th is. Find a 9th as well, but you gotta know your skills to be able to do that. But most importantly, what I want you to do before I leave, I'm going to let you know. Write these chords down, memorize these chords, because here's a secret. Pyramid song, bro. We literally played a load of those chords here today. If you would have wrote those down and you would have memorized them, you would have been like, wait, let me look at my paper or let me look at my notes on my phone. Wait a minute. We literally played them. Bro, I'm trying to tell you, you revisit them. That's why you can wait. We played an F chord in that one song. What do we have? Oh wow, and that does work. You see what I'm saying? See how it all comes full circle? Anyways, bro, this has been long enough. I hope y'all enjoyed this. I hope y'all heeding my words, bro. I'm trying to tell y'all, bro. It's a puzzle piece, and I'm trying to give y'all the secrets, bro. That's all I'm trying to tell you. I'll catch y'all later in the next video.